Alright, are we rolling? Okay, this little enclosure here, this is going to go in building 2, and this is going to be connected to the RS-45 bus on the other side. The 10 sensors labeled WRF-1, 2, and 3. It's a similar kind of enclosure. On the back you have these feet, and you can unscrew these little things and point them the other way, and you can use these little feet to mount to a wall or whatever. So you're going to get this, you're going to take it out of its packaging, and you're going to open it up. So you're going to run 3 wires into this enclosure. First of all, there's the power wire, and the other end of this is plugged into the wall. So this is going to power the bus. So you're going to run this, same as before, you're going to run it through the bushings and into the enclosure. The next wire is this guy, and this is going to run through, also going to run through the enclosure. This powers the radio, and then the other end of this cable is another plug, power plug, that gets plugged into the wall. So there's going to be, for each enclosure where there's a radio, there's going to be 2 things that are going to plug into the wall. This radio is going to be one of them, and then on the back side of this radio is where there's a hole where it plugs in. So next you're going to, this wire here, this is a 50-foot piece of cable. It's 50 feet long, and it gets wired into WRF-2 junction box. So this is going to go in through another bushing on the bottom of the enclosure. I'm going to push it through. And now we got to wire these 2 things up. So inside is a wire nut, and the same as before. You've got 4 wires: a black wire, a red wire, and a green wire. And you're going to wire these in parallel. And the black wire, so you're going to, might take a little bit of dexterity here. So you're going to put both of your black wires in there. Make sure you get a good sound connection and torque it down. And you're going to do the same thing with the green wire, the white wire, and the red wire in their respective spots. So this enclosure, it just holds the slave radio. This is the slave radio. This is the rabbit ear antenna. And again, we have an RF radio frequency bulkhead connector here. So if we need to sell you additional antennas, you're going to unscrew the rabbit ear antenna, and then you're going to screw in this connector here, and then we'll sell you a cable that screws into the outside of this, which would run to an antenna that you could mount on your roof. So these are all connectors and adapters, and this is an RS-45 adapter, which goes, again, there's 3 wires, which goes into this other side of this wire nut. After you get it powered, after you plug in the power, you can take a voltmeter, like so, and check the voltage on the wire nuts. And you can also do this with the junction boxes. Make sure you have the black on the black and the red on the red, and you can check and see if you should have between 12 and 13 volts powering the whole system bus. So you might want to have a voltmeter and check the voltage, and that should be one way to verify that the whole bus is getting powered.